Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and this video I'm going to be reviewing a game that seeks to conquer what's left over after cities have been conquered, after the farm has been conquered, and all that's left to conquer is nature. I'm talking about Naturopolis from Button Shy Games. Naturopolis is designed by the same designers of Sprawlopolis and Agropolis, Stephen Aramini, Danny Devine, and Paul Kluka. In Sprawlopolis, players were tasked with trying to score points with a splay of blue commercial areas, green park areas, gray industrial areas, and orange residential areas. And then that flipped over into Agropolis, where players were trying to do the same thing, but this time with yellow cornfields, red orchards, purple vineyards, and brown livestock areas. In Naturopolis, players are going to be going up against a somewhat familiar but still different set of challenges to score pink meadows, blue lakes, cream mountains, and green forests. I've said Sprawlopolis and Agropolis a lot for a video that's really supposed to be about Naturopolis.
Out of the way, you!
I need to change that. So gameplay in Naturopolis is very similar to that of gameplay in Sprawlopolis and Agropolis. These are all the cards in the game, all of the scoring cards. Might be hard to make some of them out, but you can see the value for the cards to beat the score or get the score of the card itself. Starts at 1, ends in 18, just like the other games. And there's a wide variety of things here. Things that are about grouping up blocks, things that are about having rivers and lakes in a certain scenario. These are the cards. I'll be focusing on 3 for this video, but these are all the cards. So I'll give you about 3 seconds to commit all of them to memory, and then we'll move on. Moving on. You take 3 cards, flip them scoring side up. This is the score you're trying to beat. Happy campers here. Choose 1 river or road to score, and you get 2 points per campsite alongside it. Well, I'm trying to score 12 or more points here. Trees and threes. This is worth 1 point. 1 point per group of exactly 3 forest blocks. Not necessarily this formation. Every 3 forest blocks. Okay? 1 point for every group of 3. However, you will lose 1 point for every forest block that is not in a group of 3. Run, forest, run. Imagine that. 11 points. 11 of the 24 plus that I'm attempting to score here. Choose 1 river that starts and ends on a forest block. 1 point per block in that river. In a multiplayer game, the first player would draw 3 cards. They would play 1, pass the remaining cards over to the player on their left, and then they would draw 1 additional card. And you go around till all 15 cards are used, and then you score. Solo mode, I'm just going to shuffle these up. You could also shuffle them up in multiplayer game. I'm always gonna try to have 3 cards in my hands. I'm gonna draw 3, put the others down, and I'm gonna be playing from the 3 that I have. Keeping in mind all these things. So I really want a long road. How the game scores is you also lose 2 points for every road in your game. So you're trying to build as few roads as possible, because the fewer roads you have, the more points you'll keep. Also, cards can only be placed horizontally. You can't place cards like this. You can put cards on top of each other. You can't do that. Basically, you can link up sides, cover things up how you see fit. But those are the rules. But you can't do this, so I can't. I can't have it go like this. All right, I'm still talking and stalling. I need to stop that and just start this thing. I'm gonna play this card. I'm basically scoring 1 river or road that has campsites alongside of it, 2 points per, trees in groups of 3s, and I want a river that starts and ends on a forest. So these are the next 3 cards I have to play with. That would seemingly make sense, but all right, so now we score up. So I'm gonna lose 2 points for every road I have. Oof. So I have 1, 2, 3. That's 6 points. Dang. All right, so I lose 6 right there. So now I'm in the hole for 6. So let's score up Happy Camper. So choose one river or road and score 2 points for every campsite along it. Yeah, I was having a tough time with this one. I think they even out. So I think there's 1, 2, 3 campsites on this river. I think there's 1, 2, 3 campsites on this road. So that kind of evens out. So that's just another 6 points, which erases the deficit from having 3 roads, but that's still not great. I wanted to score 12 on this. I scored 6. All right. Group of 3 trees. So I score 1 for every group of 3. So that's 1. Oh, that's just 1. Because it says exactly 3. So that's 1. And then that's it. Wow. So far I'm at 1 point. Boy, this is not working out real well. Because I have, this is 4, that's 2, and that's 1. So I guess I only really have 1 point because I'm losing. And I just realized something else that I did wrong. Okay, I was supposed to end this river. Oh, no, I was supposed to end this river in a forest. But this river ends in a lake. Wow, okay, so I spent all that time trying to make sure I could start and begin with a forest for the river. And then I realized just now that I ended it here. In my mind, I was ending this here. River, forest, river, lake, forest. Okay, so yeah, I did not do very well, but that's okay. One thing that I did forget to do while scoring was you're supposed to score 1 point for the largest group of each of your 4 block types. So for the lakes, the blue, I would have scored 3 points for that. My largest area for forest would have been 4, that's 7. My largest cream colored area would have been 2, that's 9. And then my largest pink for meadows would have been 2. That is something. You can always reshuffle, put out 3 more cards, and give it a shot. So Naturopolis is sort of a case of more of a good thing. I enjoy Sprawlopolis, I enjoy Agropolis, and I've certainly enjoyed the games I played of Naturopolis. If you've enjoyed the previous games in the series, I cannot imagine why you would not enjoy Naturopolis. It offers something a little bit different. Now you have rivers and roads, but you only lose points for roads. You lose 2 points for roads, so it's a little bit more challenging, but I felt like more of the cards, I was able to wrap my head around more of the cards. Maybe because it's fresher in my mind. Like I've been playing a lot of Naturopolis to varying degrees of success. But even when I lose, I just shuffle it up, deal 3 more cards to score from, and do it again. I'm not really good at these games, but I continue to come back. I come back to Sprawlopolis even though I lose most of the time. I come back to Agropolis even though I lose most of the time. And I have to imagine that I'm going to do the exact same thing with Naturopolis because I have thus far. I enjoy it. If you did not enjoy Sprawlopolis or Agropolis, I do not think Naturopolis is going to change your mind. It's very similar to those games, but it is different. It's a different challenge, different elements. Having, being able to score things on a river, things on a road, maybe both, mixes it up quite a bit. Like, I enjoy it, but if you've not enjoyed the other ones, this isn't going to convince you to enjoy it. If you've enjoyed them, grab it, get it, enjoy it, like it, get frustrated by it, shuffle it up, deal again, play again. At the same time, if you are also new to this series, Naturopolis is a perfectly good starting point. Any of them are good starting points, but certainly I would not discourage anybody from saying, well, hey, I haven't played Sprawlopolis or Agropolis. I can't start with the 3rd game. You certainly can, and you'll be just fine. I believe there is some content to come out to expand Comboopolis to allow you to combine Sprawlopolis, Agropolis, and Naturopolis all in one. I guess 2 of each, maybe all 3, whatever. Any combination of them should work all together. So Naturopolis. It is more of the same, but it's more of the same of a thing that I like. So I like it and I recommend it. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. Take care, stay safe, and be blessed.